Hi, welcome back. My name's Jolene, and you're in my art studio. Um, and I'm grateful that you're here. What's the date today? Because I'm gonna talk about my recovery a little bit and what about. But with the hurricane, we moved away, and my gallery. We don't I don't get represented by the gallery anymore because I moved and it's closed, and so just being flexible. So flexible. My friend Lynn, I have a friend Lynn who's been uh, my darling friend for years and years. We used to paint together. Um, I just was led by um, God. I really believe God, or the angels, all that. Plus, I was like, I need someone to help me paint these houses that I was painting, and I'm like, just show me a sign. And you know, I started walking around this plaza, and it was a real cool, creative plaza. It had waterfalls, and it was like built in the not sure when it was like if anyone's heard of Royal Palm Plaza in Fort Myers. So like in that area. And I was like, I just really need someone to help me, like asking for help. Because I always did things on my own, and I was planning on doing these art murals on my own. And but I was getting busy, which is a sign from spirit that your that's your path, like you made a good decision, and all decisions lead you to where you are. That happened to be a good one for business reasons and also for connecting with other artists. So then a friend of mine since the late 90s, we did a lot of stuff together. She'd always say, darling, darling, and just make my day a big smile. So we're friends on we've been friends, and she sends me some notes sometimes about spiritual things and guidance, and like just living a wiser, more beautiful life if possible, just by being inspired, right? And as artists understand, and try, at least to try to convey some type of inspiration of some type, right? Depends on who you are as a person. And for me, I just like to inspire wisdom and grace and beauty, and fun, a little bit of fun, a little bit of like a smile for the day, some joy. And so she sent me a joyful note in regards to the what is it? It's about being flexible. And I didn't listen to it. It was like a little bit of it was like a video, and it says being flexible is a sign of mental illness. And I was like, oh yeah. So I didn't listen to it, and it was I think it was, yeah, it's sparked me. It sparked me with the oh, I'm not as flexible now because I have boundaries, and I know what's okay for me and what's not. And where I was so flexible, like that was the word I used to use for people pleasing. Can you understand that? Yeah. I was using that in my mind so that I would continue with abusive relationships. Like dish rag, like I'll do everything, sure, whatever you want to keep the peace, whatever you want, so that I um, could feed my insecurity and fear of being left. And I mean, eventually, after 15 years, it happened. But yeah, so when she sent that, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm no longer flexible because of the boundaries. And then I watched it, and it was about being flexible in spirit, being able to um, be more open to the universe, the good, not the abuse, not the, oh, why are you doing, like, not the codependence. We want to please others because we love them. But if they continually cross our boundaries and you're ethically doing things that you don't believe in, right? So then there's a difference. There's a difference. And that's where recovery for me was really important. So when I heard this doctor person that the video that my friend sent me was about being flexible in the heart, where like if a hardship happens with a loved one, and then you're able to be flexible with the way you see things, being open to that, having acceptance for what is instead of what you want it to be, being flexible so that you can have a good day uh, for yourself, and being flexible and open to God's will and not yours personally. All right. So I don't know if I was really clear about that. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. I'm still like, flexible is good, using that beautiful word um, for something that is not good for you so that you can seem cool to yourself. So you can fool yourself. Yeah. Yeah. What do they call it? That thinking that is not real. You have to, so yeah, so that we can stay safe and keep our family safe. I mean, a lot of us might be single moms or single dads, and dating someone when you have this spiritual lack, I believe and for me, yes, has always shown to have detriment to not only myself, but my family, my kids. And I mean, you know, dating's dating is difficult when you have small children. It's difficult when you have adult children, right? But they're, it's up to how spiritually fit you are. So like keep working, and know the warning signs. Like if there's someone who is getting you into trouble, like avoiding your kids, or abandoning them, or I mean, I guess that's simple to say, but if they like pinch them or yell at them or get triggered real easy, see that before that would even happen, right? So I don't know, tangent off to the tangent. So I'm going to put my glasses on, my funny glasses. They match my little book that I wrote. This is a recovery book that I started, has little pictures in it that I just, when you pray to have a sign. So then you just have a white paged book, and you just trust, you just let things go. So like that's the first one. And then writing things, guessing games, feed the need to be magical. Yes. And I drew a pretzel because I was at that job I had. It says, I am lost in a room of moist walls, dry bread, and linear flowers. Okay. And then we have a bird. I'm just showing you this is one of many, many sketchbooks. If you're ever interested, I have many, many, but and bigger ones that have like a lot of drawings and writing. So care less of the whispering for today. And that, yeah, I mean, I would suggest everyone get a sketchbook and just be brave. So living life on life's terms with radical, this is fun. So you just draw lines and then just see how it goes. Some people call it Zen tangle, sort of like that, sketch tangle, sketching, or just having something just come out like your automatic writing. So it's a time to be in your selfishness era. When you're in recovery, it is absolutely. So this is fun, right? And we go thinking less than doing is lessons to learn. Do more, think less. Because quiet, I call this quiet. So you just like draw, and then you have maybe a marker or a pencil and you just start. Even if you go, I don't know if I like this color. It's not about perfection, it's about the process. Like life and recovery. So silence is honesty, lying to cope with codependent shittiness. So there you go. Yeah. Little one. I can't see. My mind is busy focusing blindly somehow. Kind of does that. That's fun. And we suffer more in our imagination than infinitely causes, that infinitely causes my mind to sweat it. So we suffer more in our imagination, like worry. Imagine all of the things that could happen so we're prepared. Do you ever say that? Do you ever hear that? I used to say that all the time, thinking I was just being the smartest person possible. And it was a codependent and fearful behavior. I mean, yes, have a plan, but don't like each time go, okay, oh my gosh. Well, I mean, you'll do that if you're in a troubling relationship. Starting with yourself, right? You don't trust yourself because you might be triggered here or there. Let's let's just be present. Find something to do that can like keep you focused so that you don't. I mean, because we're okay. We're all okay, right? So we suffer more in our imagination than that infinitely causes our minds to sweat it. All right, so there's a little more color and fun, just lines and little swoopy things. And is that a piano or something? So go to the Let It Be mountain and climb that bitch hard. Woo! Anger. Got little like metallic pens. That's fun to like put polka dots on the black, right? Just play. Go off the page. Don't mind yourself today. Don't mind yourself tomorrow or yesterday. Honesty. Priorities are choices we act upon in our kind of just a goofy little, everybody, it's fun to like make the eyeballs. I like sort of make them look like the eyes. So what I focus on expands. So I surrender to the loss to gain serenity. Just a funny little kooky little, I was like, I don't know what I'm drawing. And maybe I'll expand this, over here. Actually, that might be fun to do. So, yeah, you just have pens. Everybody has a bunch of pens that they have bought because they thought, oh, I'm gonna do that project. It's, oh, and you go to like the craft store and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And then you get all the stuff and then you come home and you're like, okay, what's for dinner? Or I need a nap. And then you don't ever do it. Yeah. Well, don't be hard on yourself. It's okay. You know what helps me is to start cleaning, organizing, moving something around. And then you're like, oh, I have the stuff. And then you just say, okay, do I still want this stuff? And maybe you don't, and then you get rid of it, and then you're like, oh, I could have done that, but it's okay. You can go buy some more. But give it to somebody who might use it, right? Or when you clean up, then you can set up an art studio just like this in a room that you're not using, like my dining room. I always have one in my dining room. And then like have it set up so that you can do your projects. Like have intention. If you're going to paint, have an easel, right? Get an easel or have your paints out. And it's okay. Yes, it's a mess, but it's ready. And yeah. that's my thought process, and that's why I always have a studio, and then how to make it better is always just to kind of clean it up so that I can start over, move something around, get too involved with it. And it takes a lot longer than you think. And so, yeah, it's a process. Life is a process, and you have to prioritize. What did it come up? It says priorities are choices we act upon in our schedule. Choices. We're learning how to make better choices just for today or the next right thing so we don't go too far in advance. So this, I added a little thing at the end and little dots just for now. The pen wasn't the same, so I added that line a little bit thicker here. It's a different pen that I use, so you can see the different lines. But so it's not perfect, but it's something. So I just added those other places, and I thought that's kind of cool. What is that saying about me today? What, that's what I look at. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize. So I don't know where that came from. So anyhow, yeah. So resentment. God is more powerful than our plans. I have a drawing of resentment. And yeah, maybe tomorrow, if I draw it again, it would come out different. Yeah, 99.9% of the time it will. So, so worry only takes my day down. Stuff still will happen, good or not. Does that look like dishonesty? That's what came out. So isn't that fun? Use like both sides of the page. And maybe I want to add some like purple or something. Or does it look like candle? Like a candle or I don't know. What does it look like to you? Sort of look like a candle right here while I'm looking at it. But I just drew it. I don't know. All right, so what else? I wanted to say a prayer. God grant us serenity to accept things we can't change, have courage to change the things we can, ourselves and our actions and our perceptions, and our flexibility, and the wisdom to know the difference. God's will, not mine, be done. So um, this prayer is called Open Mind, and it says, Higher power, may I understand to be alert to my own needs, not to the faults of others, to remain teachable, to listen, to keep an open mind, and to learn not who's right, but what's right. And remind me to tidy up my own mind, to keep my sense of value straight, to sort out the possible and the impossible, to turn the impossible over to you, God, and get busy on the possible. Yes, I will. I pray for that. All right. What else? I wanted to go and see if anything else popped up. I took my mom to the airport today. She is a great grandmother, officially a great grandmother. And so she'll be having some nice time with family. Practice today um, with all of us because we were in the car for quite some time. There were boundaries, there were accepting, there was saying things like, how important is it? So that I didn't get triggered because I felt myself just being a little touched, triggered here and there. And I thought, stop being so snarky with your mom. Love and appreciate, be kind to yourself and to her. Like, what is going on? So, and then, so that worked out really good. Love, lots of love and hugs, feeling it as well, and appreciating, having a lot of gratitude. And then afterward, on the way home, we got matcha lattes and I got gas and what else? Oh, we went My youngest wanted to drive through the park, which is where I grew up. It's a beautiful Mill Creek Park. Oh my gosh, it's throughout the whole city. It was built back when uh, Central Park was built, and some of the same buildings and the architects were involved, which is really a cool historic thing. So yeah, my youngest wanted to sit and drink our matcha lattes in front of the lake. And we found a really beautiful bench and we sat there and chatted and listened, listened. Yeah, spending time like that. I'm really grateful to be living immense with my kids. And we were talking about art school and also like what happens if, something happens to me because my youngest and my second youngest are both still dependent. And so I just want them to know it's going to be okay. I mean, there's nothing that's going to happen, but that I know of course, we don't know. But it's just like to talk, have those talks because, and so that because they don't have anybody else that is involved in their life. I mean, they do have really close friends that are supportive, but I shouldn't say that. Yeah, shouldn't say that they don't have anybody else thinking about it. They do. We just ask for help. We ask for God's guidance, and yeah, I just was inspired. Like I just got hit. Like no, they do have other people that care for them and will guide them along with spirit. So yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm grateful to be sober because I can have a relationship with my family and make living amends. I can't change the past, but I can be a different version of myself that is more present, um, just for today. So, and let me see. I have this book that I've been writing in, but it's so jumbled. I think that will probably end here then because I wanted to talk about what I read today, and I did. And since the format is changing from the daily readings, but we are talking all about recovery and such. So, one last thing to leave you with: harboring resentments are infinitely grave, and is not a luxury I can afford. My higher power gives me. If you want to screenshot that, I don't know. Some people don't, I can't read this writing probably because they don't teach it in school anymore. I just love cursive writing. Do you? I think it's really beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Okay. All right, darlings. I think we're good. I'm going to work on this painting and I I see a flower in it, and then I want to emphasize the star a little bit, and then touch up the frame. That's my shop. I'm gonna be taking stuff to my shop in a couple days. We're gonna go see Superman, and I'm already planning what kind of snack I'm gonna bring because I love popcorn, but my stomach does not. So I'm like, what kind of snack should I have? What kind of snack should I have at the Superman movie? Yeah. Oh, they have those really nice ices there. That might be a fun little splurge. But anyhow, I love you and I will talk to you tomorrow. Oh, I want you to see the labradorite here and here. So things that I'm gonna put in my shop, right? How fun. All right, I love you. I'll see you. Bye. Thanks for being here.